Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to talk about our furry friends and legal matters. And a good portion of this is navigating pet custody arrangements after your divorce. Let's face it, our pets become cherished members of the family. And what happens to Fido or Fluffy when your marriage ends? So, we're going to go over what you need to know about pet custody in a divorce. And it starts, really beyond property. I mean, the changing landscape of pets. Traditionally, in the past, pets were viewed as property during divorce. However, this view is evolving. Many states now recognize the emotional bond between pets and their owners, and that influences custody decisions. The legal framework, though, for pet custody does vary by state. And some states have adopted specific pet custody laws, while others might consider factors typically used for child custody when making decisions about your pets. Now, here's where consulting with an attorney familiar with your state's divorce laws becomes pretty important. They're able to advise you on your options and ensure your furry friend's well-being is considered. So, how do we decide who gets Fluffy? Well, here again, like most things, it's not a one-size-fits-all answer when we talk about pet custody. There are some factors a judge might consider. One might be the primary caregiver, who has historically been the primary caretaker of the pet, who feeds them, takes them for walks, and schedules vet appointments. Those things all come into play. Then there's the living situation. Which spouse has living environment better suited for the pet's needs? Does one have a fenced yard, ideal for a dog, while the other lives in a tiny apartment? And then you got your pet's best interests. I mean, ultimately, the decision should be to prioritize the pet's well-being. Factors like existing routines and potential stress from a major change in environment will be looked at. Now, there are alternatives to just straight up sole custody. And we could do things like shared custody. You could create a schedule where the pet spends time with each spouse. There's also visitation rights. Similar to child custody arrangements, visitation allows one spouse to have regular visits with the pet. Going to want to focus on that communication, though, because open communication with your ex-spouse is going to be critical at this time, especially if you're considering shared custody or visitation. Discuss a schedule that works for both you and prioritizes the pet's well-being. If communication proves difficult, breaks down, you might consider mediation, because there a neutral third party can facilitate discussions and help you reach an agreement on pet custody arrangements. So divorce can be a stressful time for everyone, including your furry friend. Throughout the process, keep their best interests at heart. Consider the impact of potential living arrangements and routine changes. And while it's, pet custody can be complex, understanding your state laws, consulting with an attorney, and prioritizing your pet's well-being can help ensure a smooth transition for everyone. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, just reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you and I already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. All the best.